All right, welcome to another man's point of view. Fight Night with Space Luchadors would be part two, or Fight Night 2. Today, got a special one for you that pertains to my last video. Value, value. Now, got Uncle Chael here, and we're gonna talk about something epic. Something that really is what it's all about, right? Now, the question is, do you want to be champion or do you want to be rich? In other words, the belt or the money, the woman or the status, right? Now let's continue.
You're a young fighter, you're breaking into the business. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to be the world champion? Do you have a competitiveness and you've come from other sports and by goodness, I'll take the sacrifice, I'll take the risk, I'm going to do it. I want more skills than the other guys competing in the same thing at the same time as me. That is honorable. I love it. You're going to have Chael on your bandwagon. Do you want the public to have a perception that you have greater skills than other guys competed in the same sport as the same time as you? Do you want a world championship or do you want a bag full of money? Now, I understand you want them both. I get it. And a lot of times you...
There you go. There is a difference, believe it or not. Now, he talks about two things. I'm going to give you three. Now, he actually talks about a hidden one, which is the one I'm trying to explain here. This one's hard to explain, but damn it, we're gonna try. So let's see. I'll show you a little bit more what he has to say.
You can have them both. A lot of times. But a lot of times there's a separation. So if we were to break that down to a little bit smaller level, if you're a fighter and you're out there battling for resources, which are very, very competitive, you have two different accounts that you can draw from. Do you want to draw from the purse account? This account doesn't change. This account sits here. There's 556 guys under contract. There's 11 fights going to go down every single Saturday. Every fourth week, we're going to call it a pay-per-view, but it's still this same account. It's going to get spread out over 365 days. Do you want to fight and draw from that account? Make sure that your number goes up, somebody alongside of you's numbers go down. The money that you're going to get and the money you're going to gain is going to take away from them. That's fine. That's capitalism. That's competition. You don't have a problem with me, but I'm asking you, do you want to fight and draw from the purse account, or do you want to fight and draw from the marketing account? Because it's the same thing.
Now let me explain what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say is there is the purse account, meaning the money you will get paid by contract, right? That's the, the smart ass shows up. You show up and you get paid for showing up, win or lose, meaning you're getting paid for your job. Marketing account is a whole different thing. Same thing, same account, like you said, but it's a different thing. You see, marketing account, the only way you can get marketing, right? This would be the classic push, right? For those smart fans out there, from the company. Meaning the promoter is going to promote you. But here's the problem, right? Again, you're under contract, you're getting paid to do a job. Big difference to promote you because he's trying to sell you. You understand? Now he's gonna sell you anyways, like you said, that whole big ass explanation, right? Everybody's under contract, everybody's getting paid, the event, that's all good. Difference is, right? The value that you bring. You bring a value, right? As a fighter. but do you bring more? See what I mean? Now this is where I jump in and put in the third spot. Championship, right? Money and stardom. That would be number 3. Are you or are you not a star? Big difference. Right? You can be famous, but are you a star? Are you what we call in the business, right? The main event. Right? You are the reason people pay to sit their ass and watch. Right? They want to see you win or lose. They just want to see you. That's the difference. And that's my goal, at least. Right? Now, to pretend to try to connect it into being the one. Right? Now, let's continue with Chael here.
It's preset each year exactly how many funds we are going to put into the 556 guys, 11 fights, 22 athletes every single weekend, and every fourth week we're going to call it a PPV. It's the same, that number doesn't change. But what you can get and what you can draw from will take down from those around you to elevate you. It's competitive, it's capitalism. You have no problem from me.
Politicking, but it's more than that.
I'm just asking, which of the two are you after? Are you after the belt or are you after the money? There's a fighter, he's amongst the greatest fighters to have ever done it, named Frank Shamrock.
I agree.
And Frank Shamrock was the best in the world, not Chael's opinion. Frank Shamrock was the best.
He was the best. I saw the fights. Yes, he was. He was the best.
At a time, nobody was watching the sport. And I have never asked Frank if that's hard for him, and I wouldn't ask him because that's rude.
Yep.
But I could guess and that I could imagine that he would have liked some of that recognition. He would have liked some of that notoriety. Now, a lot of you know who Frank Shamrock is. He's not in the Hall of Fame, but he belongs there.
Yep.
And some others of you are going to have to take my word for it.
Yep.
Which would you rather be?
Good question, huh? And that's my point. You can be the best in the world, but no one will ever know about it. You can be the real deal, but they don't know about it. That is the problematic, right? That is at the same time the question. Do you want to be legit? Or you want the money? You want the high value? You want the little status, right? That's going around. Right now, 2022, that's the big message. That's the, right? That's the how-to, right? You got to be a high-value man, right? Because Tate said it, right? Because that's what we really want. According to all the other gurus, right? I'm giving you what I would say, and I dare say, and I'll say it again. I'm giving you the true answer, the true solution. It's hard to understand, right? Easy to explain. Like I've been saying all along, it's all about legitimacy. Are you legit? Right? Now, just like in the UFC and in my sport, right? There's 3 paths to take. 3 paths. Right? Because perception is reality. Right? However, behind it, believe it or not, behind the curtain, there is some legitimacy. Now, what Chael here is explaining, right, with Frank Shamrock, who was the best in his prime, his fights were the shit. And he was the best. Had all the belts. Right? But at a time, just like he said, where no one saw the sport. Right? It wasn't big enough or popular enough or whatever. It wasn't mainstream. Right? But he was legit. He ain't even in the Hall of Fame. Ronda is, right? But there you go. Now let's continue.
Would you rather be as good as Frank Shamrock when nobody's watching, or would you rather have the skills of Kimbo Slice and everybody thought you were the greatest thing in the sport, rest his soul, and that wasn't meant to be?
What did I just say? Everybody in the world thought that he was the shit and he was the best. And yes, rest in peace. But as you can see, and Chael, Uncle Chael here, explained it. You'll be just like him. Everybody in the world, but are you legitimate? I ain't saying Kimbo Slice wasn't legit at fighting. Was he the best at what we were supposed to be? Well, in this case, right, in the UFC, which is not really being the best at fighting. Are you the best inside that cage at MMA? Right? Big difference. You can be the best, right? Like everybody's claiming with, or was claiming with Adesanya. He's the better fighter, but he lost. So he's the one the best. Right? Big, little, right? The line between love and hate. So fine. The line between legit, right, and perception is so fine. That's what I'm trying to teach. That's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm talking about. Right? It's that fine. Now let's continue for fight night here.
An insult. It's meant to be a compliment. You have an absolute main eventer in Kimbo Slice who is selling out arenas, who he could not walk down the street without people rushing out to be with him. Mike Hogan told me a story one time. He went to have lunch at Whole Foods with Kimbo Slice, and they never got that because people were coming out. The workers, everybody. The manager came out from the back. They thought they were finally going to have help. Manager's going to come get him into a section, get him to... No, it was the opposite. The manager wanted a picture with Kimbo Slice. He was just a massively popular star. Would you rather have the skills of Frank Shamrock, which absolutely, for sure, were the best on earth at that time, or would you rather have the perception of Kimbo Slice? You don't have a wrong answer there. I'm just asking you.
I'm asking you too, out there in TV land. This is homework, right, for the next level shit that I'm talking about. That I'm always talking about. Would you rather have the perception, or would you rather have the skills? Legitimacy, or it'll get you there, right? The belief. People believe you're the high status, high value man. Or are you for reals? Now, this is the reason this is so important. Both in Fight Night, right? Here with the Space Luchador, and everything that I'm always talking about, right? The Matrix. What we're here to talk about. Women. Right? Is it the perception? Which will get you so far. Right? It'll get you all the attention you want. But are you skillfully legit? Can you do it? That's the difference. Right? Between both of them. You have to choose. Now, I'm telling you, there is a right answer. Matter of fact, there is in the world that I'm talking about, the relationship world. This would be it. In the fighting world, a little different, political realm. Right? There's other things at play here. Right? But I wanted to show you how it's connected. Both are one and the same. Right? Now, the key to both, I would say, right, both relationship and fighting, would be to reach stardom. That's right, option 3. And let's see if Chael explains it here. I think it does.
There is 2 different funds. There's the purse, which is preset. On January 1st of next year, the purses for 2023 will be set. They will all draw from that number.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have the marketing fund. That is also going to be preset for 2023, and that's going to be set on January 1st.
Yep.
Which one of those do you want to get?
That's next year.
And it's a very important question. When you're going to pick who your promoter is going to be, it's a very personal decision. It's a very big decision if you even understand that it is a decision.
There it is. If you even understand that it is a decision, that it's an option, that it's there, that it exists. That's what I've been talking about all along. Now, this is why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to show all of you, my subscribers, my viewers, right? I wanted to finally connect it, right? And try to explain what it is I'm trying to do, what it is my message is, what it is I'm going to try to teach you, right? This is a pathway, this is a choice. You can make it, right? You can join the Space Luchador bandwagon. Now, yes, not as big as everybody, but we can get there, right? We can make this channel grow. We could make this a bigger reality than it already is, right? There's way more to come, trust me, right? But this is it. Do you even understand that option? It's an option, not just in fighting. You got to understand. When I talk about stuff, I'll talk about a big ass picture, bigger than you think, that connects everything, all little dots, all little numbers, right? The matrix doesn't just go like this, it goes like this. Understand? And there's like 4 blocks. Anyways, I'm going off on the matrix, right? But the point is, right, is that if you can understand this, it'll take you one step closer to the next level. Well, then you'll start seeing the numbers, and you'll be able to basically control, right, yourself at least. So let's continue with Uncle Chael here. See what else he has to say.
And I am going to be speaking about less than, right? You're going to have 99.9% of fighters, retired fighters and aspiring fighters that have stopped the tape already and have no idea what Chael's talking about. My promoter is going to be whoever writes me the biggest check. That's generally how it's done. You don't have a problem with me. I'm not mad at you for that.
Catch that? 99% of the fighters, and he's correct, they will go for the money. And again, I have no problem with it either, just as Uncle Chael has no problem with it either. But there's a 1%, that's why it's a funnel, right? That's why there is only one. However, right, in the grand scheme of things, right, we ain't talking about like 100, 150 fighters. We're talking about a couple million or billions of people, right? So that 1%, while it is funneled, gives you, that's right, you, the viewer, my subscribers, a chance to be in the top 1%. And I am not talking about economics. I'm talking about being what you were meant to be. Right? A real man. Now let's continue.
But I don't think that you understand the power either. If I've got you under contract and I can't trust you.
Exactly.
I have a job to promote you, but make no mistake, I have a fiduciary responsibility. I will demote you.
Correct.
If what I'm going to pay you is already predetermined, I'm an honorable man. You will get that check. Whether I make a return on my investment or not. 556 of you. 540 of you are a loss.
Yep.
I will write the check that I owe you. Do you not see the difference in taking your skills and taking that check that I owe you if I make you the first fight of the night? Do you not see the difference in that versus if I make you the last fight of the night?
Now I ask to you, do you out there, comment down below if you even care or understand, do you see the difference? Right? You get paid the exact same, maybe more. Do you not see the difference? Whether he puts you in the first fight or the last fight. Right? Preliminaries or main card. Semi or main event. Do you not see the difference? Right? That's the question. That's the homework. Now, this is hard to understand, right? But I'm going to try to explain it with you. And I'm in with this for fight night, right? Because I could go on and on. And Chael goes on to basically explain the same thing I'm explaining in the fighting world, right? But I don't want to make the video too long. Right? Now, there's way more of this if you're really interested in this, right? You can share, subscribe, like I always say, like, obviously. But I am with this. Check this out. Now imagine you're the fighter, right? The promoter is the woman. And at the same time, she's the belt. Now I know how it sounds. But you got to understand in terms of this grand scheme of things, of what you're actually playing, what you're actually doing in relationship world. But for now, right, let's eliminate what I said about she's a championship belt at the same time. Let's forget about that and just go with the promoter, right? She's going to sign you as a fighter. And she has a couple of others, yeah. Signed fighters. Why would she promote you? Right? You want the money? Or do you want the belt? Right? Now, yes, you can. You're a fighter. Meaning you can get both. Yes. But what I'm saying, and I'll end with this. What I'm saying is that what really counts, what really matters, and what makes the damn difference is the legitimacy. Right? That's what you should be looking for. The legitimacy, meaning the real deal. That's who the promoter's looking for. Right? Can he promote you? Or she? Right? Would you not let it down? Now, I should do part 2. You know what? I'm going to do part 2 of this fight night with Space Luchador 2, right? Belter Championship. So, I'll see you on the next one. We'll continue. I don't want to make this video too long. So, part 2, look for it. I'll see you on the next man's point of view.